I just had the most absurd fucking day. I've had the most absurd day. It's 11:56 p.m. On Saturday, September 3rd, 2022. I've had a ridiculous day. Ridiculously awesome day. So I'm sitting here and I'm like organizing, cleaning, redecorating, redoing things, setting up an area so I can do stuff, whatever, cards and things. Like have a little sewing table, got little cards right there. So, and I'm sitting here finally, I feel like this long ass day, finally having myself a little sody pop to drink. And I'm like I'm having a conversation with my guides, and all of a sudden we all hear another conversation. It was because I'm watching a video, but I paused it, and then I started like having a conversation with my guides, and then that turned into we're like overhearing something else, and then one of them said, "We are not entertained. Off with their dicks. Off with their dicks." And I'm like, I'm like, what? What? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do you know? Sorry. I forgot the camera's not even facing me. Do you know when people touch other things, like energy transfers, right? So Tex has been behaving really weird today. Really weird. And I've let one person touch him. Just as bait. And no, it's not anybody from my family. Like that's totally different. It's one of the neighbors here. And I noticed something today when picking up on that energy. These people must think me a fool. That's all I'm going to say. These people must think I'm a fool. Anyway, I want to know, I'm being asked to do a reading regarding we're not entertained, off with their dicks. You might be hearing Tux be squeaking. He's in a timeout in his mansion. Because he has been infected with different energy that doesn't belong to him, and he's just getting it out of him. So if you hear squeaking, he's fine. He's just being a baby drama queen in the bedroom. Now, what is going on with this off with their dicks thing? Sorry. I got the giggles, man. No. I'm going to explain this to you in a minute. I'm just being asked. Okay. So we have an alchemical transmutation, a transformation, off with their dicks. But then two things come together. And then it's conniving and cunning and manipulative. It's part of the dark feminine. off with their dicks. Three women looking at two things that are together, an ecstasis, a connection of two, or something that brings you ecstasy, and then it. So whatever some of you are doing, like those of you who touch my dog, and I'm talking about the neighbor, and then proceed to tell my dog what to do. Excuse me? Or those of you who are stalking, spying, this also goes deeper into a more global collective regarding pedophiles and child molesters and rapists, off with their dicks. Because we have Celeste the Alchemist and the Dark Lady, 9 and 2. Okay? And then we have the Sword of Truth, the masculine energy being contained by the feminine energy. 3, Maiden, Mother, Crone, divine union, removal of anything that was in the way. There are children that were involved in some very shady fucking business. But Source was using those children as bait. There are people in positions of power that were put in positions of power to see what they would do. Notice how this person is looking this way, this person is looking this way, this person is looking forward, this person is looking up. These two in between, these little kind of, I guess I should put these this way. Does it make more sense now? Transformation, union of two things. Things that are underworld, the dark mother, the crone, the winter, the passions, lust and sex and the physical body, but also transcending it at the same time. The pleasures of the flesh without inhibition. But then something being removed, something that was stable before, some sense of home, some sense of connection, some sense of union. But something about it is off, isn't it? Because this ecstasis is the same number as this dark lady, which add up to this number here. Something was done that was really shady between two people that created a false sense of truth and stability. But that was seen both in the past, the present, and the future looking back at the past. Which one? Ugh. Nope. Okay, why do you have to take this up if you're not going to flip a card? Thank you. Sappho the poetess. Look, I love every inch of my body. and I love the women in my life fiercely. But look at her. When you put these two together, it's like a distortion of this energy, isn't it? Look at her face. She is not entertained. That is not a happy high note, is it? It's a red note, a very deep, slow note, isn't it? Geshet Sogyal, Lady of the Lotus Born. Embodiment is the deepest bliss. My body was made for enlightenment. Yeah, I'm not good. I am pure strength. I honor my anger by giving voice to it. Do you? Or do you fiercely take it out on the women in your life? Or are you a woman who fiercely takes it out on herself or her children or other men in her life? Because you can't really tell if this is a man or a woman, can you? It's pure androgyny. So this isn't towards a masculine or a feminine or one person or another. This is towards two energies. Buzz, buzz, bitch. Buzz, buzz. 3627 9 9. Did you see that? Did you? Wow. The card almost stood up on its own. Let me see if I can do it. Nope. All right. Electricity. There is a transformation that's going to occur within the next 3 to 9 days that's going to electrify many, 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 many people. It'll be like, what the fuck am I looking at right now? Kind of a thing. Wait a minute. There you are. Change. 5-7. Does that mean something to any of you? Viva la resistance! Look at how annoying Lily's being. Okay. She's playing with one of my scrunchies. And then she does that. Like she's chewing bubblegum. You're weird, Cat. Is someone named Cat watching this? You're weird. You're like so weird. Oh my god. How is she doing what she's doing? Oh my god, it's so creepy. Oh my god, stop it. Oh my god, I'm closing this. Oh my god. Bite it. Eat it. Oh, look. Thank you, Jesus. Oh, look. Hey, bitches. You like my hips? These hips don't lie. I told you. I told you. I fucking told you so. Wait, let me just hold this up for the haters some more. Oh, look, the 13th Aeon. Oh, hi. Hello. I love butterflies. Well, would you look at those leaves? Would you look at those leaves? Well, look at that, Cletus. What the fuck is this? Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck does this mean? Oh my god. Well, let's Google it, Agnes. Let's Google it. Ohm symbol meaning. Can you see it? According to ancient Sanskrit religious texts, the syllable, mantra, and vibration of Om is said to be the primordial sound of the universe. In Hindu cosmology, Om is a source tone and seed syllable used in devotional song chanting and religious matters. Ah, primordial sound of the universe. Well, would you look at what you're listening to here? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Natalie. Oh my goodness. Flip your hair to the other side now, Natalie. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Go drink your water. Your class with me is done. What else do they need to know regarding this? And I'm loving the little snarky messages you keep sending to me, by the way. I think it's time these bitches got shut. Shut. I'm going to put that right there for a minute. We got Thunder, the mystical shaman. Oh, look, completion and water came back on. I love you, bitches. I love you, bitches. Oh, look, there's lightning again. Oh, look, there's electricity. There's lightning. There's thunder. There's water. There's the mystical shaman banging the fucking drum. And there's a circle of completion. Ring around the rosy, the fucking tree of life. Oh, look, and then there's sovereignty right there. A perfect alchemical transmutation. Union of two things. A poetess and the lotus born out of the muck. Someone who's been through shit. And someone who's been guided and protected by the Great Mother herself. And the Dark Mother. Huh. Huh. What a pickle some of you are in. Huh. Huh. Who is that? Whose energy has this been? I've been picking up on so many people that I don't really know, but oh my God, there's so many different energies. Huh. Let's see who else. Bro, this bitch is crazy. Bro, she's creepy as fuck, man. Bro, what is this bitch? Oh, man. Hey, Taylor. See what else you guys need to know. The Hanged Man and the King of Cups. And the King of Wands. Oh my God. And the High Priestess. Okay, so keep my mouth shut. Fine. Why? Oh. Oh, okay. Okay, that's good. Some of you need to know that there's two men. Basically, if this was Game of Thrones, this would be two opposing kingdoms that have stakes in the same person. So it's kind of like you have two different employers wanting to hire one person, or it's two different people wanting to date one person, or it's two different people fucking over one person. Which one it is, I'm not being shown. But what I am being shown is that this situation is absolutely whatever it is working for the target. I mean, you give the Ace of Pentacles to someone, it's from the universe. It's like, boop, there you go. The King of Cups is working on something, and the King of Wands is speaking and wanting to make a quick change, but not really planning it out. It's kind of very impulsive. It's like he sees something he wants and he's going to do anything he can to get it. And this one is plotting and planning and scheming and being conniving to get it. But in the meanwhile, the person that they both want is benefiting and moving off. Like picking neither. You see this? Two of Cups here? There's no one else in the Two of Cups. Like he or she takes their cup and they're like, I'm cutting myself down and I'm out of here. Bye, bitches. Like, and then they head out and they manifest their own life, their own thing, and then something comes back. And then there's another option and another choice. The Lovers and the Two of Wands. But when this choice repeats again, there's a third party involved this next time. Another suitor. And this other suitor has their shit together. The third one that's not involved in whatever you're going through now. This other third one actually wants to start something new with you, and they're not as childish as these other two. They're more mature. They broke the chains that bound them to their low vibrational behavior, if that makes sense. They have been humbled. They have been, humiliated. They felt the pain. They know how to treat their queen. But these two that you're dealing with now, whoever they are, or you're one of these two, I don't really know what advice to give you if you're these two people, the two masculine energies that are knowingly or unknowingly keeping a third person stuck because they both want this person. If you're those people, I don't know what to tell you. But if you're the middle person, everything these two are doing is benefiting you. There's nothing they can do. And if you pick either one, or if it's a job solution, something like that, if you pick either path, they will work for you, but only temporarily. Because if this is romantic, who you're meant to be with is someone that's going to come when these two are out of the picture. And what you're looking at is the work you're putting in and the truth you're speaking. But as long as those two are in the picture, you have somebody that's manipulating your finances and someone who's manipulating what you're saying. Thoughts, material things. Two people that aren't you doing things to those things. However that plays out for you. I, as the reader, am not being shown this in this situation. The High Priest is depicting that at the bottom of the deck, meaning I don't get to know the details on this. Okay? Your advice on this is, though, and let me double clarify this for you. Let me shuffle that. Let me shuffle those. The advice if you're the person caught in between two opposing energies. I'm sorry, you can't see this. I hope the sound is okay. I have the fan on. I don't know how well this microphone is picking up the sound because I keep getting notifications that my microphone isn't working. The Hanged Man, Four of Wands, Nine of Wands. So the person depicted as the Hanged Man is getting the Hanged Man again as advice. Do nothing. Don't pick either choice. Keep looking at things from a different point of view. Don't ask anyone for opinions. Look at it internally from a different point of view. That's double hangman, which means even if you know what you're doing, you don't know what you're doing. Think about it again. But when you're thinking about it, don't think about it. Go do something else instead. Ooh, I just picked up on the energy of someone named Chant, Chanel, Channel, Shantae, Ashante. I don't know what the fuck that is. I just heard that so loudly in my head. But your advice, whoever you are in the middle, is to look at things differently and focus on your stability emotionally, energetically, and mentally. Because these two opposing energies are manipulating those energies within you. They're keeping you stuck to get you feeling low vibrational and defensive so that you block off what's coming for you and to you. It's kind of like keeping somebody stuck in the house, but enjoying the outside, like having a block party, but on the other side of the building so the person doesn't know. It's like keeping someone purposefully in the hangman twice from both sides. So your advice is to do nothing. Just keep looking at this. Keep doing your inner work. Find the pentacle within. Thank you, Chaley. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. C. Haley. I like that name. Yeah, I hope the advice is clear. Nine of Wands, Four of Wands, Hangman. Just sit still. Be yourself. Do your own thing. Don't involve yourself with anyone else. Even in this Nine of Wands, this one is on the hill by themselves. All the others are over there. Don't involve yourself with anyone else. And there's your pentacle within the Nine of Wands, which is a really weird place to see a pentacle. Especially in another deck. Look. And the Knight of Wands has a pentacle as well, with the triple goddess symbol on there. 3 spirals. 3 universes. Triple universe symbol. I guess something else here. Those of you who are really religious, I'm being asked to share this with you. Within the next 8 hours to 8 days, you're going to have an experience where you feel like, how do I word this? Like you're touched by Christ. I feel like I need a moment of silence to tell you this. Some of you in the next 8 days, each of you on a different day, is going to have an experience that is very Christ-like, very enlightened, very bright and clear and luminous, very pure, very natural. There's so much earth in these 2 hangman cards, so many fairies, so much greenery, and none of them look uncomfortable. Look at that. That even has the eternal Ankh symbol right there. It's like Where you are might not be where you're exactly supposed to be, but it's exactly where you're supposed to be. Because you're supposed to see something differently regarding the people in your life. We all are. In the meantime, the advice again, and I keep reiterating this, focus on your home. The Four of Wands, Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands is usually someone closed off, guarded, defensive, the wounded warrior, the broken feminine, that kind of archetype, the wounded healer. But instead of being that, this person is on their steed with a staff in their hand, leading an army behind them. So it's not a Nine of Wands of defeat. It's being confident where you are in your home, in the Four of Wands, which is also connected through this nature depiction down here as the same nature and vines in the Hanged Man in both Hanged Man cards. And neither Hanged Man is male or female in either of these cards. They're completely androgynous. And I keep hearing this. 8 days, Christ-like experience. It's going to feel, you're going to know when this experience happens. You're going to take a moment to breathe when it happens. You're going to stop and you're going to breathe. And then it's going to feel like your body kind of, or something, or the the thing you're looking at, the reality you're looking at, the person, maybe it's a window. It'll look like it's dripping, like honey, like a liquid honey, kind of watery honey, as if something for just a minute is caught mid-jump in like pure light. You see it? And it's like the light from this pentacle, right up there. Something really magnificent is going to happen for people within the next 8 days. Really not, I don't even feel like it's going to take 8 days. I think 4 days max. It won't get to 9 days. If it goes to 10 days, you missed it. Whatever happened, you didn't notice it. But I feel like this is going to be, like, you can't miss it. It'll be this obvious. Like, you see somebody, you're walking down the street, and then you see this, and you're like, what the fuck? Are those shields? What is that? Why is that woman topless? Like, it'll be so obvious. Like someone yelling at you in your face. Like, absolutely obvious that there's a divine harmonic convergence. It's a moment of complete harmony that you're going to experience. Like the dawn. Mentally, I'm seeing the sun rising over a meadow. And the meadow's really dark and misty and foggy, and there's like crickets chirping and frogs croaking and crows cawing, and then suddenly the dawn breaks and everything just stops and the little birds start tweeting. Like instantaneously, it just happens. That was Lily jumping out of the closet for some reason. Some of you might be coming out of the closet this week. Congratulations. We all love and accept you for exactly who you are, luminous warriors. Just stop pretending to be anything you're not. Doesn't matter if you're male to female, female to male, gay, straight, lesbian, black, white, purple, pink, blue. I don't give a fuck. You do you. And don't let people make you feel bad. If you learn nothing else from my channel, learn that someone will always have a reason to hate you, no matter what you do. No matter what. Like, I haven't picked on people my entire fucking life, and I've been picked on so much. And when I start fighting back, they're like, oh my god, she's so mean. I'm like, bitch, I want to fight. Like, I don't want to fight. Leave me alone. I'm worried about, like, nothing. I spend my fucking day chilling out, playing video games, and meditating, and being a pretty little fucking unicorn. I don't give a shit about the world's drama. I'm, like, eternal, bro. What do I care about what's going on in that bottle? I got Pluto and Scorpio somewhere. Like, do you really think I give a shit? What I care about is home and family and the children of God and the daughters of Gaia, like the sons of God and daughters of Gaia. Like, why why are we being ruled by an old man on a throne and then a false king? I don't get it. Like, we're supposed to, like, this message is now expanding into something global because I keep looking at this high priestess up here and it's just kind of expanding even more. So we're supposed to see something differently about even religions and people and genders. Everything we're looking at has to be looked at differently. And if you think you're doing a 180, do another 90 degrees after that. Don't do two 180s because you'll go right back to 360. Do a 180, but then a 90. You notice how he or she is not looking all the way down? Like their head isn't tilted down, if it would focus. If any of you would like to donate a better camera, thank you in advance. Let me know when the shipment is due and I will be looking out for it. You notice how this hanged man or woman has their legs hooked and they're hanging upside down like Cirque du Soleil. They are not bound, they are not caught, they are not forced. This one has one foot tied up there. The other one is loose. It's wearing a shoe. Because if you look closely, it looks like both feet are tied. But only this foot is tied. That foot is free. The strings on that one are for the shoes he or she is wearing. And the hands are not tied. There's no strings going to the wood back there. So this person looking at things in reverse or upside down or the other way is also like not forced to do it, even though it might seem like they're being forced to do it. So it's kind of like being isolated, or I'm seeing jail bars, like someone's in prison or like an isolation or spiritual prison or some shit. And instead of being a victim about it, they're looking at things differently. They're meditating, they're taking care of their body, they're working out and keeping quiet. They're utilizing it to their benefit. These two people doing weird shit, the person in the middle using it for their benefit, whether they realize it or not. And then this energy like goes zoom back to this again. It's so weird. And there's so many of you who are really, really hyper. I'm getting a sense of cocaine. Please be careful with your nostrils if you're doing cocaine. I tried it in my 20s a few times, and my God, it was terrible. It was fucking terrible. It was terrible. Oh my God. Ugh. I just remember that aftertaste drip thing. How disgusting. It's like brain fluids going back down your fucking throat. Ew. Sorry, I was gonna say no judgment, and I don't know why, but there is judgment on that. Like, be kind to your body. If you want to stimulate, you know, exercise. Eat some gummy bears for fuck's sake. Okay, I think this is done. Let me see if there's any other versions of this I'm supposed to, or cards I'm supposed to pull. Are you sweating? Something real basic. Alright. Let's do some unicorn stuff. Wonder how many people I'm reading for right now. Again with the hangman. Look at that. And look, two people in a third. But one of them is doing something that's benefiting these two. It's so weird. It's like manipulation that's beneficial, like having to see it differently. Like putting a use to you know, someone who keeps, I don't know why I'm being shown this, someone who's cutting themselves, like a teenager who's being really emo and cutting themselves, they end up becoming a surgeon and a really good one. It's like a weird fucking sabotage that ends up backfiring. Oh, honey, you then do something really detail oriented with your hands. Like, I can't express this enough. Look, he's holding all these swords with his hands with such mastery, even two of them. And please stop hurting yourself. There's no need to. The pain you're feeling isn't gonna, or the lack, whatever it is. My sister used to cut herself too, and I'm telling you, it's. You should want to hold your hand instead. So if something in your life that was detrimental somehow instantly becomes beneficial. No problem, honey. I'm glad you haven't. It broke my heart. I had a boyfriend named Jimmy who, on a New Year's Eve party, like we all went into the building and he was outside in the car and he wasn't coming in. And when I went back out there, he was sitting in the car cutting his arm with a fucking knife he had in his pocket. And I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? And his reason was so heartbreaking, man. He was like, I don't feel good enough to go in there and I don't know what to do and I feel like I'm gonna embarrass everybody. And I'm like, are you kidding me? I was so upset that he would hurt his precious body and he didn't feel pain for hurting himself. Like that broke my heart. But I had to see things differently too, you know? Yeah, I know. I like empathize. I mean, I'm empathic. So what he was feeling, I felt it instantly in that moment. That's why I'm not really that emotionally distraught with this energy coming up. Like I was through this 20 years ago. And I'm telling you guys, if you know somebody who's hurting themselves or you're doing it to yourself somehow, please, 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 please recognize that your soul is trying to get your attention towards a gift you have. It's like the gift is banging you from the inside out. So it's like if someone's cutting themselves, they're probably really good with stitching or with like healing and taking care of other people, maybe being a nurse or a therapist, or even like a baker that does really intricate baking things. It really is. It really is. And I don't even want to like dip into it because everybody has their reasons for doing something self destructive. Everybody does. But we got to learn that that self destructive behavior, whether it's being done to us or by us, is a pointer towards a gift we have. We got to see it another way. So instead of feeling like, for example, I've been there too, feeling like the emotional pain is too much. So we scratch ourselves or we cut ourselves or we like punch a wall or, we grit our teeth and we drink it away or we smoke it away. But that shows us how much we feel and how much we're wasting those emotions and that power on things that aren't reciprocating it. And then they don't notice how much we actually feel or who we are or what we mean. And then when you're like explaining yourself to someone and they're like, oh, you're explaining yourself and you're angry, you're like so angry. Like, no, I'm explaining myself. But maybe you're angry because you're supposed to be a lawyer and you make a good point, but you've been making the point to the wrong people who don't want to see your point. Get my point? Whatever the self-sabotaging thing was ends up working for you if you can look past the, and I say this very humbly, If you can look past the victim self and how hurt that victim self is and be like, okay, I know it hurts, but, but look at this. Like, I know it hurts, but look at the gift. Sure, there's so much swelling up inside, there's so much pain and so much fear, but look at the possibility. Well, there has to be a decision made. The Two of Swords is always about decisions. These decisions are already made. These two people laid their truth before each other and chose each other. But that's only because someone else used a self-destructive behavior, either inadvertently or by choice, to benefit someone else. It's something so ass backwards that I can't explain it to you in logical terms or in a English vocabulary. It's similar to throwing a snowball at someone, but the snowball is a bunch of diamonds. And they're like, what the hell did you just hit me with? And they're like, look at what I just hit you with. And it's a bunch of diamonds. It's so strange. It's like cold fire. Like unicorns in the ocean, but they're standing up to the flames. Like, what are the flames doing on the beach to begin with? It's such a weird thing. It's like the other message where you're going to experience something that's very Christ-like, whatever that means to you, in the next 8 days. This energy is the complete opposite. It's like something so fucked up, but then you're like, wait a minute. Thank you. I'm glad like that it's coming through clearly for those of you that it's meant to. Because I don't really know what's going on. I'm seeing snippets of this energy, and to me it looks this way. Like it doesn't make sense because there's pieces missing. What happened with those 5 swords in the first place? I don't know. Why is a bird over here in the first place? Where did it come from? I don't know. What the hell is it looking at even? I don't know. What's this guy doing? I don't know, but it's benefiting those two. Why is she sparkling? I don't know, but there's no conflict anymore. What did he do? Who knows? Just keep quiet. They're happy. It's so weird. Look, even down here after shuffling, he's like freeing the unicorn in there, but he had to steal those keys. Thank you. That's a great example. He's freeing the unicorn in that cage. Remember the hanged man with the other 2 hanged men who was like these 2 people were keeping the third stuck in a cage or like isolated at home? Someone else is stealing the keys because those aren't his keys. They belong to the Hierophant in this deck. He stole the Hierophant's keys to open the lock. Here he stole the swords and left them with their truth. He stole the betrayal so that these 2 can be together. And that person is the trapped unicorn after she's freed. And remember the ray of light in the I think it was like 20 minutes ago with the pentacle making the ray of light over the 4 of wands and how they were leaping in the tree. There's those trees with the greenery that the other hanged man was hanging on. And here's the lock that he's unlocking. The lack of communication, the 2 of swords, and indecision, the 2 of swords. Someone doing something shady to create a situation where someone who's left in a tower on their own and made to feel like they're an old washed up maid of some kind. Success, 6 of wands. And the washed up maid, the upside down Queen of Wands, is a literal washed up maid, isn't it? Because the Queen of Wands upright is actually attractive, beautiful, a teacher, gorgeous, a homebody, a creative person, the cool aunt, But here it's like upside down. It's like, whoa, womp womp, right? But suddenly, womp womp turns into congratulations. It's so strange. And that's all I can tell you about it. You're going to notice this. Let me get you a time frame. What's a good deck to use for time? Let's use the moon. I think that was his intent in the first place. Time frame, it says 25. Be a little more specific, please, or add on to it. Because I don't do vape shit. Thank you. Discernment, 25 and 1. So 7 plus 1 is 8. Jesus Christ, what did I tell you? In 8 days, you're going to notice something and you're going to be asked to discern it. There's the pentacle again. Within 8 days. Some of you it's 2 days, some of you it's 5 days, some of you it's right now, some of you it's tomorrow. It depends. All these birds are flying in different directions. It depends when the hand clutched, when the thing. Be careful if you're driving a car, because I just said when the hand clutched. Be careful. Some of you are driving stick shifts, and I'm doing this, so maybe you have a gear shift behind your steering wheel. Don't take your eyes off the wheel needlessly, okay, or off the road. Resistance, check your tires, check your immune system. Maybe you need to eat more leafy greens or veggies. I keep hearing berries, nuts and berries. And when you are overthinking something, do something. When you're over feeling something, do something with your hands or your feet, because energy stays in a place, right? Vortexes. So if you're overthinking, the energy is too in your head. Do something with your hands. If your energy is too emotional, that means it's stuck in the heart chakra and you're over analyzing it and feeling it in your genitals, whether positively or negatively, as an overactive sex drive or an underactive sex drive. That always has to do with your thoughts and emotions. So when there's this imbalance, create something. Get the energy out of you into something. A note, a poem, a piece of art, a decoration, a video game where you're like playing a fighting video game, like Marvel versus Capcom, and you're kicking each other's asses. This is also another thing I'm being asked to tell you. If you're having conflict with your partner, 2 and the 5, 2 people having conflict, the 5, instead of talking for just a day, like the next time you guys have an argument, whoever you guys are, just stop arguing, give them a coy smile, and play a video game together. Switch it. Do like the weirdest shit. Use this energy actively. Discern how you need to use it. If you're stuck in your head, create. If you're stuck in your emotions, run. Do something physical. Get your emotions out of you. Have sex, consenting sex with a consenting adult. Eat something, chew, bite something down. Don't read a book. Don't pacify yourself. Don't lie to yourself. Don't gaslight yourself. Don't call anybody else. Don't involve anybody else. When you get worked up, don't resist it. Use it as creation. Whatever you do, whether it's recording songs, writing lyrics, tearing them up, punching a punching bag, blowing glass, going to work, constantly do something slightly different. Resist what you want to do and discern what to do next. Keep tilting it. Keep hanged manning it. 180 and then 90 degrees. 180 and then 90 degrees. And then cut it down to 45-degree changes. So if you're like eating cake 5 days out of the week, next week eat it 3 days out of the week. The week after that, 1 day out of the week. And then start it back up again 6 days out of the week. I guarantee you'll stop eating cake by the 3rd week. Like, that's an example. Keep tilting the process. Just little tweaks, little plants, little leaves. little decisions, little resistances, little pushes against your own boundaries, little bitty movements, poquito little steps. Discern which is the right step for you, though. If you're in your head, if you're in your emotions, if you're too sexual, if you're too external, click it like a gears of a clock. Okay, time frame again, 2 days, 5 days, 1 day. It won't get to 10. It will not be 9 or 10 days. 8 or less. It's going to be amazing. Whatever it is, it's going to be amazing. For each of you, it's going to be different. But it's going to feel like a hunger is satiated. Self-love and hunger. Some of you are truly women, but you're in physical expression bodies that are masculine. It's okay. Some of you are masculine in nature, but your physical body is absolutely feminine. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to cut anything. You don't have to change anything. You don't have to implant anything. You don't have to laser or remove anything. Just give yourself a few days. Give yourself a few days where you're giving yourself enough water, enough living fruit, berries, veggies, leafy greens, where you're walking barefoot in the grass. Do this at least as much as you can, okay? As much as you can each day. Change your behavior for 3 days. You'll see what your soul has in store for you. There's a hunger some of you have that's not been met. I'm being asked to pull this one out. It's going to be released. But you got to stand up. You got to do things slightly differently. Remember, another 9 and a 3. Again, nothing going over 10. Even this, the hunger you've had for such a long time, being brought right back down to release. It's like some of you are not being let forward in your lives, and you think it's other people doing it to you, but it's actually you guys doing it to yourselves. And you're going to notice it. You're going to notice it. And you're going to learn how it's going to benefit you. See, she's not taking the mask off. She's come to fruition with the mask on. You see how it's backwards? People are like, oh, be authentic. Well, maybe some people are authentic like this. Maybe some people are just truly who they are and they're at peace with who they are. Whether they're completely evil douchebags, you know, controlling planets or whatever, or they're just, you know, I keep seeing I'm not sure where she is, a Latin dancer that had a bunch of bananas and like pineapples and stuff in her head and she would dance around. Really awesome, like the 80s, 70s or something like that. I don't know. That's what it reminds me of. Someone who's using their flaws as their gifts. The 5 of Swords on oneself. The thing that sabotages you now helps you. It's very weird. Very weird, but I'm really happy for you guys. Look, the unexpected. 7. You guys can't run from the good stuff coming towards you. Don't even try. Just be grateful for it. All right, my little honey bunches. That's it for the reading. I'm going to tell you right now, I did restart, or I'm fixing up the Patreon for this website, because I'm not going to do those channeled messages here anymore. I'm going to do them on Patreon, and I'm going to do the like super long readings over there. On here, I'm probably just going to do basic zodiac signs like Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, whatever. But over on Patreon, I'm probably going to be doing the big stuff. So The live streams I'll still do here because Patreon apparently is absurd at doing fucking live streams. I don't know if you guys know this, but doing a live stream on Patreon, if you guys know anybody who's doing them, please go support them because it's such a fucking problem to do. I don't know whose accent that is, by the way. Wow. But Patreon is a pain in the butt, just FYI, to do live streams. So what I can do on Patreon is pre-record stuff and then upload them and then delete them off my computer because I don't have enough room. Oh, I need more RAM and memory and all that. I think I just need an extra hard drive. So if you guys have an extra hard drive to donate, please send one. Let me know so I can give you the address. Thank you. But yeah, I'll do the live stuff here. We'll hang out and talk and stuff, kind of. But over on Patreon, I'm going to be doing like the real, not the real in-depth stuff and like the energy work and teaching you guys stuff. I'm going to do more of that there because doing it on YouTube, a lot of people have been stealing and copying and claiming my work is theirs. So right now, don't go sign up for my Patreon right now, okay? I have the price set to 33 bucks just to make sure nobody's going to fuck with it. So like you be aware of it, but don't sign up yet. I mean, if you guys do, I'll have to keep it at that price. So it's set at that price. I don't know what I'm going to make it at because it's basically I'm not having any tiers of anything like TIERS. It's just one category. If you sign up, it's monthly. You get access to everything on there, all the videos, everything that I post. There'll be no kind of ads, no limitations, no people telling me what I can and can't say, nothing telling me I can't, play a song for you guys or anything. It's just boom, there you go. There's a full fucking video and I can speak freely. And here I'm just gonna do more of these videos, kind of like, I don't know, live streams, hanging out with you guys. We'll just do chill stuff, be cool and shit. Play with cards and whatever. Just hang out. But Patreon's going to be more like a fucking class, okay? It's not going to be a tarot channel. It's not any of that shit. It's a legitimate fucking class for those people who are teachers, who are students, who are gurus, who are musicians, actors, people in politics and government, people who care about their fucking job, people in like secret cults and shit that I don't know about. It's for those people who are fucking serious enough that they would even consider paying $33 a month for Patreon. Like, that's who those people it's for. So I'm kind of splitting the Star Kindler into that stuff is going to be there, but the general public stuff basic stuff I'm supposed to share is going to be here. But we're going to do things differently here, okay? Because I need to set my own boundaries and I need to be taking my own advice, which means I need to respect myself and my work more. So this is what's going to happen. And I don't know, I'm going to try because a lot of people have been like making snide comments in secret regarding me not being like sitting somewhere and like looking at you and all this shit, and I don't really give a fuck. But I've been thinking about it, and like I can actually give you more accurate teach you better or show you better. I might just do this on Patreon. I don't know. But I'm setting this entire area up somehow to like with this camera. But as you can see, when I try to set it up like this, the angle is fucking weird because it tilts at a weird angle. So if I'm sitting in front of you, look at that. I have to kind of like tilt so the light doesn't fuck things up. You see that? Like this part is covered. You can't really see that brightly, even though there's all this light. So I'm trying to figure out how I can work the lighting in here so that you're not looking at a silhouette of me while I'm backlit. Because this camera is stuck to this cable behind that. And it's roughly the length of this computer case. So from here to there. See? So I'm not hiding. Obviously, I've plastered my ridiculous fucking beautiful face in front of you repeatedly. I'm just trying to position this. You see? If I just turn this, hi. And so it's aiming this way at the cards. And a nice view, I hope. um, anyway, thank you guys, especially those of you who are like super duper nice people and help me out with shit, like Carla. Thank you, honey. Thank you, guys. Thank you for those of you who are like genuinely good people who know I'm not talking about them when I'm talking about the dumbasses. And thank you so much to the fucking people who know when I say you that I'm not speaking to one specific you, but I'm speaking to a collective of you. Okay? I hope that's clear. What else? What else can I tell you? 1:01 a.m. Look at that lazy cat. Okay, I'm gonna go. I gotta go release the doggy because he's driving himself bonkers in there. Anyway, I love you guys. Take care of yourself. If you need me, my email is therealstarkindler@gmail.com. It's in the description. The Patreon is the Starkindler. If there's any other Starkindler, it's not me. There's only one. There's only supposed to be one. Okay? And if the price isn't $33, then it's not mine. So don't sign up for it. And when I'm on there, I will be facing you, so you'll know it's me. In the first video I post, there are no videos on there right now. Do not fall for the weird copycats. Also, I do not have a Starkindler Facebook page. Do not fall for one. I do not have anything other than one Instagram page and one YouTube. And on Instagram, I don't really do shit. Sometimes I post a pic to make some people sick out of jealousy because they're jealous, hateful bitches. So I just post pictures just to piss them off sometimes and stir the pot because the Gemini in me needs a release once in a while. So I zippity doo dah in my little cauldron. Apparently, I'm a witch to some people. I don't fucking know. Oh, right. That's what this is. Thank you. Your gut has a weird way of understanding what you most desire. You will find great success in new business opportunities. Before the beginning of great brilliance, there must be chaos. Learn Chinese. Jellies. Go dong. The numbers, your lucky numbers. Oh, there's 25 again. 25, 55, 8, 17, 54, and 1. 4, 19, no, 4, 9, 19, 28, 43, 55, 8, 11, 26, 29, 32, 55. If you win the lottery, hook your girl up. I love you. Take care of yourself. Oh, by the way, I only thank you, Haley. See Haley, Chaylee, Kaylee. I love you. I love your fucking name. If you're gonna donate, please do not donate to anybody other than me. My YouTube, my PayPal still has my fucking legal birth name, which is William, for some fucking reason. I don't even know anymore, other than the first Aeon being Will. And it says a Starkindler, or it's just linked in my fucking description. Okay, if it's a link that's not in my description, then please don't click it. Don't talk to them. It's not me. If someone's messaging you saying, "Oh wait, it's Celeste, I'm from the Starkindler," it's not me. If someone's in your chat box other than one person and her YouTube channel has to do with a butterfly, And hers is the only channel I ever go into live streams. The only one. If you see me or someone pretending to be me in another chat room anywhere, it is not me. The only time I spend on the internet is on League of Legends, Lord of the Rings Online, or when I'm trolling YouTube. Okay? I hope that's clear. I hope it's fucking crystal clear. Tux, shut up. Thank you. I gotta go. I love you. Bye.